Hey everybody, it's your boy Memphis here coming at you live with new cards on YGO Pro. We got ourselves some new Valkyries, and we got ourselves a couple danger cards. So I'm just going to give you my quick thoughts, a quick overview of the cards, and we'll see how it goes. First up, we have Valkyrie Oda, which is a level 8 light fairy, 2000 attack, 2200 defense. Basically what she does is you can only have one of her, and if she's special summoned by the effect of a Valkyrie, while she's on the field as being special summoned by a Valkyrie card, all monsters your opponent controls lose 1000 attack, and everything they have that would be destroyed and sent to the graveyard gets banished instead. So nice little bit of just prevent all the floating sort of thing. Helps your Valkyries beat over things if you don't get your Mischief of the Time, Goddess, etc., etc. I wouldn't play more than one of her, though, because she is, level 8, big fairy. I mean, yeah, you got your Valhallas and all that, obviously, but I honestly wouldn't play more than one of her. She seems like that sort of card. So already off to a decent enough start, I suppose. But let's look next at Valkyrie VR2, who is a level 3 fairy, 1400 all stats. And during the main phase, you can excavate the top cards of the deck, of your deck, equal the number of other Valkyries you control, and if you do, you add an excavated normal spell trap and send the remaining cards to the graveyard. If you don't excavate a spell trap, then you got to shuffle all the cards back into the deck. And once she's destroyed by battle instead of the graveyard, you can summon a Valkyrie from the deck, as in Erda or whatever you want. The one thing I do like Virt, because you will be able to get you those spell traps. Remind you, it doesn't mean just Valkyrie spell traps, it can be any spell trap. But Mischief of the Time Goddess, which is arguably one of their better cards, or also there's Ride of the Valkyrie, I suppose. But Mischief is a quick play, so you can't get it with that. But you can get Ride of the Valkyries with this easier, so it's kind of maybe a 2 of. Maybe a 3 if you really need to search. Next we got Valkyrie Chariot, which is a union monster. And this thing lets you do the usual union effect, equip it to a fairy you control, or unequip it and summon it. If that equipped monster will be destroyed by battle card effect, you destroy this card instead. And the monster equipped with this card, when it declares an attack, you can have it gain 500 attack. And that's a permanent 500 attack boost. So the longer you have it, the better it is. But it's mostly just there to fuel some future cards we'll see in a moment. It's a 1 of at best. We got Valkyrie Funfite. I'm not going to try and pronounce that. It's a Valkyrie with what appears to be a gun, or maybe a lance. Anyway, she states that Valkyries you control get 200 attack for every one of your opponent's banished monsters. Again, so helping out that Erda, so maybe Erda is going to be part of the new Valkyrie mainstay. Anyway, if you control a Valkyrie other than Funf, you can send a spell trap from your deck to the graveyard, and you only use this effect once per turn. Obviously, you're going to be setting up some Valkyrie cards on the graveyard with this, and just boosting up your fairies. Get a couple of these on board, you get a whole lot of attack later in the game, the better this card gets. Next we got Valkyrie Syst. I hope I got that close. She's the Link Karibo target of this whole set, and she states if she's special summoned, you can special summon a Valkyrie from the deck except for herself. Okay, so Virt goes, you special summon this, and then you special summon Erda. Okay, even better than what I was thinking. And let's see, during your main phase, you can send the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck to the graveyard. Milling in 2019. Okay. I mean, depends what you're up against, but it's mostly you're just using this to summon out other fairies, or other Valkyries, after Virt goes. I guess Virt's going to have to be a 3 of now I think about it. Yeah. Okay, next. We got Pegasus Wing, a normal spell. It states if you have a union monster in the graveyard, you can target any number of Valkyries you control. They can attack directly this turn, but if they do so, the battle damage inflicted to your opponent is halved. So yeah, that's what the Chariot's for. You put that in the graveyard, and then all your Valkyries can attack directly, but with half damage. So it depends on what Valkyries you got. Obviously, if you have a couple of these Funt, you can get some high attack values, but you'll do half damage. Really depends. Like, this is a little late game sort of card. Your opponent's struggling. They got like 4,000 or less life points, And then you summon a bunch of these Valkyries with like Ride of the Valkyrie, etc. Use this Pegasus Wing, and then go for game. So it's a tech card. You do whatever you want with it. One of, maybe two of, we'll see how it goes. Next we have Valkyrie's Embrace. I want to be embraced by a Valkyrie. Yes. If all the monsters you control are Valkyries, you target a Valkyrie you control in attack position, a monster your opponent controls, your monster goes to defense mode, and if you do, banish that opponent's monster. You cannot special summon except for Valkyries, and you only use this card once per turn. Or you could just play a Dark Core. Honestly, this card seems kind of mediocre. I mean, Valkyrie's all about attack. Why would you want to put them in defense mode? I mean, unless you got, like, Syst here. Yeah, I wouldn't run this card. Next, we have Final Light, which says, payeth light points in multiples of 1,000. Target a Valkyrie monster in the grave with a different name for every 1,000 points. Special summon them. Then your opponent can special summon monsters with 2,000 less attack from their graveyards up to the number of monsters special summoned. You only activate one Final Light per turn. I mean, it's kind of like a soul charge, but at the same time, it gives your opponent as many cards as you have in the summoned with this card. I wouldn't play it. Anything that looks like Northern Lights should not be played. It looks just like the old Northern Lights field spell. It's terrible. Okay. Next, we got a trap card called the Apple of Enlightenment. There's the apple, just saying. There it is. Target cards in your opponent's graveyard up to the number of Valkyries you control and banish them. Alrighty, that looks nice. Graveyard disruption, always welcome. If this set card in its owner's control is left the field because of an opponent's card effect, is now in the graveyard or banished, you can draw a card equal to the number of Valkyries you control +1. Again, very nice. So not only can this disrupt your opponent's graveyard, but if it leaves the field for whatever reason, you get the plus, depending on whether you have monsters, of course. So if you don't have any monsters and this leaves the field, then it's useless. But, I would put this as a 2 of. Good graveyard disruption, a bit of draw power in situations your opponent's going to be blowing up your spell traps. I like it. I like it. And finally, for Valkyries, we have Lotus Flame, which is a continuous trap with a... What is that? That looks like a scene from the anime or something. But anyway, what this card does is while you control a Valkyrie, monsters your opponent controls with 2,000 less attack cannot attack at all. So there's more support for Erda here. If this card in your possession is destroyed, you can special summon a level 5 or higher Valkyrie from hand or deck. Again, Erda. So, let me think. I mean, this certainly goes with Erda, a bit of a lockdown strategy. If it leaves, you get to summon another Valkyrie. So, it's a tech choice. You can run 1 or 2 of them if you feel like it. All right, so there's the Valkyries. I think they're okay. I might have to look at Valkyrie dueling again. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make myself a Valkyrie deck again. Anyway, let's look at the dangerous cards. There's not much to speak of. There's only 3 of them. First, we have Danger, Suspense, Secrets. Wow, that's a mouthful. What is the artwork even? I can't even tell. It's so smudged. Anyway, what this card does is discard a level 5 or higher danger monster, add a level 4 lower danger monster from deck to hand. But for the rest of this turn, you cannot special summon monsters to accept danger monsters. Okay, so this is the best card of the new support, right? Okay, you discard one of your big danger monsters, obviously their effect triggers, and then you get like Jackalope to your hand for free. So, yes, Danger, Suspense, Secrets. They're clearly trying to make Dangers into their own archetype rather than just being a support for everything from Dark World and Thunder Dragons and things like that. They want to make them their own archetype, as evidenced by the next card, Danger, Feet of Strength, which doesn't have any feet on it. Oh wait, no, there's a foot. There's kind of a foot and a big foot, but mostly just Bigfoot. Anyway, this card equips only to a danger monster. It gets 800 attack and defense, can't be destroyed by card effects, and can declare up to 2 attacks on monsters during the battle phase. Obviously, you give this to Bigfoot and maybe Thunderbird on occasion. mostly just Bigfoot. So, yeah, pretty self-explanatory equip spell. It's pretty basic. But finally, we have you are in danger. Not you, viewers. It's this guy on the art. He's about to be eaten. Anyway, what this card does, it's let you reveal 3 danger monsters with different names from your deck. Your opponent randomly picks one. You special summon it, shuffle the rest into the deck, and during the end phase, destroy the special summon monster. You can only activate one of these per turn. So basically, if you are up a creek without a battle, need a monster, you play this, you get a monster. I believe you also get the effect of the danger, who knows. But I wouldn't really play this card very often. Maybe as a one-of. I'd rather play the other danger trap, that's name I cannot recall off the top of my head. But anyway, those are the new cards. Let me know what you thought of them. I am going to go ahead and start making that Valkyrie deck because I want to make a Valkyrie deck all of a sudden. I might have to make a danger deck too. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time that there's cool cards to be looked at. Take care, everybody.